Hello, it is SeahawksFan with another Go Battling video. We're leading off with the level 51 Dialga, and we have Annihilape. Level 50, 100% Annihilape. I do shield and it's a thunder. I don't want to take another move, and I may have been able to get the Dragonite down, but I just played it safe, and we have a Mewtwo. Now, Annihilape definitely has its Pokemon that it wants to go up against, and important to take down the Mewtwo first. But with this Garchomp swap, it's too good of a chance to bring in the Lugia. They're going to need a third outrage to take me out. And I may as well go for the Dragonite down because I have Aeroblast and a shield so I can not get taken out. Because I am actually in Side Strike range from those two outrages. I win without the Annihilape. Let's go. Trying to showcase it and win without it. They bring in the Groudon, and I counter them with Lugia. This is going to be a long and monotonous battle. Not going to shield up a single thing. And they are going to be waiting to be able to swap out of this Groudon. But actually, let's go for the Sky Tax now. If I can land it, which I do, I can leave this matchup with some good energy into the next foe. And let's see, it's a Giratina, so nothing. I guess really only a Groudon would have been fine to bring in Annihilape. But let's bring in the Dialga, the better dragon type. It is a pretty fancy, shiny Giratina. And they just concede another win with this team without the Annihilape. I promise there are plenty of battles with Annihilape. We got a bad lead up against Groudon, but they let the Iron Head go. So we're going to catch the Precipice Blades is what we thought. And they bring in Zarude, so they really don't want. Yeah, it's really interesting. So I guess they have Dragonite, Rayquaza maybe, in the back. I mean, that's really the only explanation for why they would bring in the Zarude. Annihilape does finally make an appearance. Gets a counter down on the monkey. The better monkey gets a counter down. And it's actually a Ho-Oh, which kind of annoying, but we can grab shields with Shadow Ball. Or we do land a move. And with 2 shields in play for each of us, it's best to just use Dragon Breath damage. They do not have enough left in their Pokemon. Kyogre lead, which is a golden lead. Are they going to be charging up? Nope, they're going straight for the Surf. Trying to just chip away. They do try and make a catch, but well, at least they bring in the Solgaleo. Gonna no-shield the Psychic Fangs. Gonna shield the second one because I definitely do want to try to get to a couple moves. Gonna go for the double close combats. I'm already double debuffed in defense, so why not? But they do have move priority, and I waste close combats worth of energy, which is a little annoying. Gonna chip with an Iron Head and bring in the Lugia and be locked in with my defense dropped. Annihilape did some decent pivot damage, just able to chip away and absorb the energy to now set up my Lugia. Yeah, I mean, Annihilape definitely has its uses. Good Pokemon. But Lugia and Dialga just a bit way better. With the timer up, Iron Head Snipe. And we can Dragon Breath down the Solgaleo. We gotta QM. They're gonna get to a move in time. And they're gonna Glaciate us. Gonna throw a move to see if I get a shield or a knockout. I get the knockout, okay. Found a Reshiram and may as well just only go for the Draco. Not going to try to save the Dialga. Lugia comes in. And there is going to have to be something for the Annihilape. Going to be saving up to a Sky Attack. And we are going to close combat. CC getting the KO. And we are going to race to the Dragon Tail pressure damage. Let's see. The next battle, we have a Kyogre in the lead. Not too shabby, but it is a level 51 Kyogre. That is incredibly powerful. Iron Head actually gets a shield. Gonna shield up the Origin Pulse, which definitely would have been very close for a knockout. Would not have been able to reach this Iron Head if I did let that go. And they are down to 0 shields. Annihilape comes in. They have a Groudon. And this is where Annihilape shines. Shields down. I can survive that Fire Punch, no problem. They're going to get to another Fire Punch, but it's fine. It's fine. We have Shadow Ball. And then we're going to close combat that Dialga. Or we're actually going to be getting to 2 close combats because Groudon's a bit too tanky. But they try and swap and get the Dragon Breath down. But we have the move ready and we paid attention. And that was a win. But then Annihilape the hero. And now we're getting some more annoying matchmaking. Got the dreaded Togekiss, which is a pretty big counter to this team. Gonna have to commit shields. At least we're gonna have to commit a shield, or they're just leaving with energy. Just gonna charm all the way down. We're gonna use Lugia to absorb the ancient powers and pray for another boost. With being able to get Togekiss out of the way. Annihilape's gonna annihilate. It is Annihilape for a reason. We have a Kyogre. The whale. The fantastic whale target. We shield up a Surf. Gonna go for a Shadow Ball. Do we get the KO in this range? Oh, 1 counter away. Level 51 best buddy. And we got it. Now time to close combat once and twice. And that's wrap of that battle. Goodbye, Groudon. We got a Dialga v Groudon. Definitely not the favorable matchup. It is only Fire Punch. Gonna go for Draco. And then swap. They unfortunately are patient enough. We have a Metagross, which is not too bad of a target. 2 Meter Mash is not going to be enough. We're going to be able to get to the Aeroblast, and they do not want to commit a shield from resisted Aeroblast, even if it does bring them quite low. We do survive, of course, the next move, and we have a Sky Attack in time, able to get a shield or the knockout, and they are happy to shield up. And we get the counter down. And we have a Zygarde to defeat. We're gonna Shadow Ball and do nothing. What an insane beast. We do survive that crunch, and we're going to close combat to get some nice damage before we bring in the Dialga. We have them bring in Groudon. We're gonna shield up the Precipice Blades. And they have Fire Punch only. Let's go. We do reach Iron Head. Had they just gone for the double Precipice Blades, they would have been just fine. But instead, we get some extra Dragon Breath damage. And Annihilape gets a counter down. Haha, get outplayed. Zygarde. They failed. We bamboozled them. Now we got a Ho-Oh lead. Going to try and catch a move, but they are going to wait a bit, and they will actually still throw a move, bringing me under half health. They're going to get to another move before our Aeroblast is ready. And I'm just going to throw a Sky Attack at this point. Dragon Tail, chip them away. I don't have a second move ready. Lugia definitely helps soften this thing. And we have lots of energy, and we're able to avoid another move. And we have found a Groudon, able to get the shield with the Iron Head and Draco in time. And let's see what is our target for the Dialga. But no, I make a mistake. It is thankfully only a Fire Punch. If I had Ice Punch, this would be perfect. Perfect. But nope. Shadow Ball does get them quite low. But close combat is in range of knockout. And it was a Hail Mary. But we got it. We got the knockout on the shiny Dragonite. We got a Mewtwo in the lead. Nice to have this out front. And it's a shiny. We correctly shield the heaviest hitting Shadow Ball. And Iron Head gets a knockout. We are going to reach a Draco. And then it's probably best to just let them Dragon Breath me down. But actually, we bring in an Annihilape. And then reveal the third Pokemon on the team. Ho-Oh. Going to be able to Shadow Ball, get a shield. And at this point, it's best to just let the Annihilape go. They even just Brave Bird to debuff themselves. And I'm in a pretty solid position. Able to comfortably survive what move was thrown. Still have a shield for that Dialga. And they're just too low. I did expect a move, but I was a bit late. But that shield and that Dragon Tail damage is just too much. But I play it extra safe and Sky Attack. The shield's down. We got an altered Giratina. We scare them off into a Lugia. Actually, probably is kind of best to swap into our own Lugia, but maybe not. Lugia isn't the best to use against that Giratina, but we do throw Draco and do swap. We do swap. We take that Aeroblast. It's a lot of damage, and we are going to throw our own because we still have 2 shields, and they did not want to go down to 0 shields. Gonna just sack the Lugia, but the Sky Attack does land for some nice chip damage with a easy shield to save the Dialga. And I'm fine with just letting my Dialga go, but Shadow Sneak is not enough. We're going to swap into Annihilape. And I'm going to shield and then throw back-to-back close combats. Take out this dragon. I probably could have just gone for Draco to get a shield and then, oh well. Had them shieldless for Annihilate, but I got the win. And if I'm in this position again, I'm definitely going to get a bit more than that two moves, because that was actually close. They swap out of Kyogre because that's an awful matchup for them. Definitely seeing lots of Mewtwo's, and it's nice to just get that Mewtwo out the way. They do still have an extra shield. And honestly, I do not mind at all just letting my Dialga go at this point. I know the whole team. And we have the counter user. And we're able to survive drill runs just fine. 2's not even enough for a knockout. Gonna just throw close combat, and then I need to swap into Lugia. I can just keep a hold of my shield. No need to shield up my Lugia. And they're just going for serves to chip away. Sky Attack gets shielded. Let's go. I do go for another Sky Attack. It's not going to be enough for a knockout, but actually they catch my Sky Attack on the Excadrill, and I go for the undercharge because I actually noticed it. But now the Kyogre is open for a knockout range of the close combat. We got a shiny Rayquaza in the lead. Not terrible, not great. Well, definitely not good for my opponent. Do they win the coin flip? They do not, and they swap into Mewtwo. May as well go for the Draco, expecting the shield, but I can then swap. Shiny Mewtwo goes for the Side Strike baits, trying to get a shield with a very efficient 5 Psycho Cuts worth of energy move. Sky Tag lands. They do have one more move ready before they go down. And let's see what comes in. It's a Tyranitar. Well, this Tyranitar is going to kind of bodied by the Annihilape. Actually, very nice to have softened this thing up because it is quite tanky. A lot of health, and they were no match for the Annihilape at that point with the Rayquaza. Thank you for watching the video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more daily Go Battle League videos. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.